And I got all the drugs in the world that you need. We get high to pass.
Thing every single hip-hop fan is looking forward to.
So I had technical difficulties because my fucking phone was still connected to my sister's speaker and it just didn't come out right. So I'm gonna just pick off here.
And that's, of course, the XXL freshman cover. So I haven't seen too many people make their XXL predictions because it's very early in the...
Literally from the last cover, the only people's music that I hear is X, a little bit of P&B, and A Boogie. I think that's the only people whose music I hear. I don't hear no Playboy Cardi. I don't hear no I don't know how to say his name. Amine. I don't hear none of him. I don't hear Kyle. But I think that Amine just put out an album or something like that. But my coworker was playing it, and I was like, you know, like, I don't know. I can't fuck with it.
Year, it's understandable, but I have a top 10 list that I'm very confident about, and I think that it's very accurate. So let's get started. By the way, make sure to stick around till the end of this video, because after I'm done naming the list of rappers who are going to be on the cover, I'll also name a couple of rappers who I believe won't be on the cover. So if there's someone who you think is going to make it, but I don't mention them on the top 10 list of rappers who are going to make it, I'll most likely be talking about them at the end of this top 10 list. But let's get started. Number 1, Mask the Slump God. Now this right here is a big one. Mask has been building his buzz for a couple months now, and he's been doing a really good job at it. Now,
I really fucks with Ski Mask heavy. I think that the song that made him blow up. Wow. I think the song that made him blow up was the Cash Me Outside song. Bills on me blue, like a blue, better yet, blue is cool. That song. My cat's like in the background, like about to take a nap, so he's just looking at me like, "Are you done yet?" No, I'm not done. But that's the song that like really blew him up. And like I was talking about Ski because obviously he was best friends with X at one point, and then they were saying that last year they didn't play him on XXL freshman cover because he was friends with X. So I guess they didn't want to do like that whole buddy thing. So if Lil Pump gets on this XXL cover, if he even accepts it, I don't think that Lil Pump needs XXL, but if he does and Smokepurpp gets on it as well, I'm gonna be upset because Ski Mask really has been working his ass off.
In the shadows of XXXTentacion, Ski Mask is clearly made for the spotlight and not for the shadows. His presence in the hip-hop community has been growing, and people finally see him as his own person now that he distanced himself from X. And a lot of people are now seeing the potential of Ski Mask. Tracks like Baby Wipe and Catch Me Outside are two very recognizable tracks that kind of show the versatility of Ski Mask, and without a question, this is an artist that will make it on the cover. But let's move on to the next one, and that is Joyner Lucas. Now, considering the amount of conversations Joyner has been brought up in the past 2 months, it's no question that this is a person that will definitely be on the cover.
When I was looking at the list for the possibilities of who were going to be on the XXL 2018 cover, the freshman cover, I didn't even realize that Joyner Lucas was there. So this is news to me, but Joyner Lucas, he also definitely deserves to be on it. That's it.
Recently seen that his I'm Not Racist track put him on such a big platform that a lot of people...
It's like, you got a song with Chris Brown. Like, come on. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Now going back and doing research and exploring a lot of his older music, which definitely deserves to be recognized, of course. Joyner is an artist that now finally has been exposed to a lot of people. His highly successful formula of bodying different instrumentals has been working very effectively. And to be fair, he should have been on the cover last year, in my opinion. I feel like he definitely was snubbed out of it. But to be fair, his buzz wasn't that big, so I can kind of see why they didn't put him on it. But the good thing is he's finally gonna be on it, and this is facts. But let's move on to the next one, and that is Lil Xan. Now, Lil Xan's fast come up is something of another nature. I don't think I've seen an artist come up so fast and build such a strong fan base in such a short amount of time.
Let's talk about Lil Xan. I am not a Lil Xan fan. This is where it makes me feel like I'm kind of old in a sense, because it's like I see a lot of new rappers, like they're with the face tattoos, like just I don't know. A lot of new rap. I feel like they're all the same, you know? Like, I guess like after that whole like mumble rap wave, everybody's like, oh well, if I look like this, I'm gonna be put on. You get what I'm saying? I guess that's where it clashes, because there's probably, I feel like Lil Xan has like a very young fan base, and I just can't. I mean, he possibly could be on there because everybody has technology nowadays. Anybody can vote, and kids literally rule the world. Like, kids, there's more kids than anything here, so he probably will be on it. I don't know.
But as you most likely know, his track Betrayed is the song that put him on. The track went viral and exposed him to a lot of people in the community. And recently he dropped tracks like Wake Up and Far that definitely has gotten a lot of great reception. And there's a lot of people talking about Lil Xan, so Lil Xan is definitely gonna be on the cover. But let's...
Only thing I know is that he said some shit about Tupac and how his music's boring. Don't quote me on that. He said some shit about Tupac and I was like, okay. Because, like, from me growing up listening to Tupac, it's like, that's not everybody's style. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But Tupac pretty much paved the way for young black artists. So, to each his own. He's just young.
Let's move on to the next one, and that is Trippie Redd. Now, Trippie Redd is an artist who dominated a lot of conversations in the middle of 2017, right around the time when the last year's XXL cover was announced. We've seen Trippie Redd get a lot of attention through his Lil Skies track that went viral on the internet back in June of last year. His emo and rockstarish vibe, along with his highly melodic tone, is something that separated him from a lot of the new rappers that came out.
So, as far as Trippie he deserves to be on there. But if 6ix9ine is on there and Trippie is on there, I don't think that XXL want all that static on their cover. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're going to have to piece it up or something before they act. Because why would you want to jeopardize your career? You get what I'm saying? I feel like they have too much beef going on, and I don't know how that's going to work being both in the same place at the same time. Especially with 6ix9ine's, oh, you ain't going to check me nowhere attitude, and then Trippie talking about something, I'll beat your ass. You get what I'm saying?
In 2017.
But as far as music-wise and grind, he definitely deserves it.
And as time has been going forward, there's been a lot of rumors about Trippie Redd working with the one and only Drake. His recent projects seem to get a lot of great reception because he's continuing and prospering with the sound that people fell in love with him for. And Trippie Redd is really just owning his lane. But Trippie Redd is one of the new rappers from 2017 that has been talked about a lot, and he's definitely making a lot of waves. So he's definitely gonna make it on the XXL cover of 2018. But let's move on to the next one, and that is NF. Now, let me tell you this one thing. You really won't see a lot of people who make these type of predictions include this guy right here. And why is that? Because NF's buzz and movement isn't as noticeable like the other ones on this list. You'd really be a fool to know about NF's movement and not think that he's gonna make it on the XXL cover. The moves he's been making in his career are so subtle, but NF has probably one of the most loyal, immense, and dedicated fan bases of any new artist coming up right now.
I like NF's music. I think he has about 2 songs that I would actually like go search for. Like, oh, I remember that song, and I'd go search for it. Like, at my job, there's this one girl, and she loves NF, and so she always plays him on the speakers, like, and you can just hear him in every room. So I know that there's a fan base because people know who he is. They know about him. He's a positive artist, so I give him that. He's really good. I didn't even know that he was a candidate for this either, honestly. Because y'all know why.
Quote me on that. His track Let You Down from his Perception album is getting a lot of radio play. He has a lot of tracks like Green Lights and Intro that's been making a lot of quiet waves all over the...
That's what it was. The song that I was like, oh, I actually like this song was Intro. I forgot what it was called. I'm not really good with song names. I'm not really good with like artist names either, unless I like know for a fact like, oh, this person made this song. That's why I didn't know which one it was, but
place. And see, the thing about an artist like this is, just like I said before, his movement isn't as viral as someone like Trippie Redd's. But if XXL are paying attention to hip-hop, there's no discussion about whether or not this guy is going to be on the cover, because he definitely will make it. But let's move on to the next one, and that is NBA YoungBoy. I actually thought YoungBoy would be on the cover last year, but unfortunately he wasn't. It seems like his overall popularity wasn't as big and a lot of people weren't really paying attention to him. But it's clear in my eyes that this is another artist that definitely proved himself by putting out great songs like Untouchable, which is one of my favorite songs at the moment.
Now, as far as this, NBA can put out as many songs as he want, but we ain't gonna act like he ain't see him beat that girl up, okay? They were not playing in that hallway at that hotel. They were not playing, okay? I'm only laughing because she really got on live after the fact. It's like, we was playing. They were not playing. You don't drag somebody like you don't drag nobody like that. You get what I'm saying? Playing or not. I bet you can't drag me, Darrell, or whatever the fuck his name was. I bet you can't. I bet you can't. Okay. I'm over this. I'm over his little section. I can't. Granted, you can make good music if you want to, but they didn't put Dex, famous Dex, on XXL Freshman 2017 last year because they said that he had a video of something that happened with his baby mother, some shit like that, that included violence. So if they put him on, that's gonna be fucked up. That's gonna be fucked up.
By the way, YoungBoy is one of those young guys who's been putting in the work and working on his movement and kind of silently been taking over. His 38 Baby track was his breakout record that definitely put his name out there. And 38 Baby dropped in August of 2016, but ever since then, he's clearly been slowly climbing up and proving himself. So NBA YoungBoy will definitely be on the XXL cover. But let's move on to the next one, and that is Lil Skies. Now, if you've been subscribed to my channel for at least a month, then you know that I've talked about Lil Skies in the past. And that's definitely for a reason, because this guy is coming up fast. His Red Roses track was a track that went viral back in October, and
his Red Roses track is the track that's in my intro. So I fucks with them. I fucks with them heavy.
Put him in the forefront of new rappers that are taking over in 2018. His follow-up track, Nowadays, is another great one that's kind of been pushing his name out there. He recently went on tour with Lil Vert, and he's rapidly been climbing up and making a name for himself. Lil Skies, but
that's pretty cool. I'm not really a Uzi fan because the way, like, you know what's weird? It's like Uzi has like really good music, but him as like a person, I don't know. He's just, I'm not gonna say he's like, I can't, the words that I have in my brain cannot describe the way I feel towards him as a person. I'm not saying that he's like a bad person, but all that, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. I hope somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. I can't get jiggy with that. I don't know if I'm old school, but I can't.
It's growing exponentially fast, and if you know anything about it, then you know that he definitely will be on the XXL cover. But let's move on to the next one, and that is T Grizzley. Now, I kind of feel
T Grizzley should have been on XXL 2017 cover when he made First Day Out, and that shit was a banger. Like, everybody was listening to that shit. You get what I'm saying? But then they want to put Kamaya on there. You want to put Kamaya, but you can't put T Grizzley on there? Okay. He should have been on there last year. He deserves this. He should have been on there last year.
Sorry for T Grizzley, because this is a rapper that definitely was snubbed out of the 2017 cover. Me, along with a lot of other people I definitely think you can relate, thought that this was someone that was going to be on it. But as it turned out, of course, he wasn't. But I'm not expecting nothing less than XXL actually correcting their mistake and putting this guy on it. First Day Out was his breakout track that dropped at the end of 2016. And ever since then, Grizzley has been putting out great tracks like From the D to the A featuring Lil Yachty, and also a very recent track called Win, a really great song, by the way. Although Grizzley might not be an artist that has the wave effect in his music in the way that his name is making a lot of waves, like maybe Trippie Redd, the way that this guy has been coming up is very respectable. He's been putting out very great and very impactful records for his career that has taken his career to the next level every single time. So T Grizzley is definitely gonna be on the XXL cover. But let's move on to the next one, and that is YBN Nahmir. Now, Rubbing Off the Paint is the track that you most likely recognize YBN Nahmir from. His Rubbing Off the Paint track went extremely viral, and he came up really fast, I'm not gonna lie. YBN Nahmir hasn't even dropped a project just yet. His buzz has been growing in a really good rate throughout these past few months. He's been dropping remixes like The Race and Gucci Gang that has...
Now, when it comes to YBN Nahmir, I believe that he should be on. I think that he's doing good things for his career. He has a lot of fans, a lot of young fans, and yeah, I mean, okay. But there's 10 spots, and there's a lot of people. It's crazy. It's crazy how many people are actually like on there, like who are in the running for this. But yeah, he's definitely one of those ones who stand out as opposed to. There was someone I saw in there, and I was like, who the fuck is this? But I mean, just because I don't know somebody doesn't mean that they're actually like doing their thing as far as music. So it's whatever.
A lot of attention all over the internet, and considering how XXL picks artists for the cover, YBN Nahmir is definitely one of the people who will be on it. But let's move on to the next one, which is also the last one, by the way, and that is Smokepurpp. Now, just like the way Mask the Slump God came up with XXXTentacion and was in his shadow, we saw this happen with Smokepurpp when he was coming up with Lil Pump. Now, by this time, he's of course kind of carved.
This is what I was saying earlier. as far as that. But the thing is, Lil Pump is up for the running, okay? Smokepurpp is up for the running. I think that Lil Pump probably will decline it if he does get on it, just because he already has so much buzz on his own that he doesn't even need XXL. If this is the last candidate for his list, then I don't know, you're missing like 6ix9ine, Bad Baby. Like, I really fuck with her. Like, even though she has like a crazy, like, even though the way that she got put on was with a crazy ass attitude towards her mom, she still makes good music, and you can't take that away from her. 6ix9ine, that's my favorite artist at the moment. No, you know what's crazy? I feel like Drake could be my favorite artist because he can make so many different songs, different variations. X, different songs, different variations. Like, I love both of them. But 6ix9ine, I'm really fucking with him heavy right now, just because, I don't know, anytime I hear a 6ix9ine song, I be hype as fuck. Like, y'all should be able to relate. And it's gonna be one person like, oh, you like 6ix9ine, but come on.
His own path and working on his own career and dropping tracks like
Sorry, I just remember they're gonna be like, so you like 6ix9ine, you don't like Lil Xan? What's wrong with you? You don't like Lil Xan? Like, his name is Lil Xan. Come on.
That definitely was a big move for his career. And then he signed with Travis Scott and dropped a mixtape that seemed to get a lot of great responses. And just like all the other 9 people on this list, Smokepurpp is an artist that has been making a name for himself this past year of 2017, and he definitely will be on the XXL cover. Now, this is the end of the list, but you're probably looking at this list thinking, wait, where is Cardi B? Where is Tekashi 6ix9ine? And most importantly, where is Lil Pump? Because the list that I have in front of me is incomplete without them, isn't it? Well, let me tell you why I think these 3 people right here won't be on the cover, because 2 of these people will decline and 1 of them won't be considered. Now, let's start with Tekashi 6ix9ine. So Tekashi 6ix9ine's buzz is pretty big at the moment. Gummo is obviously a certified hit song that went viral a couple of weeks back, and Tekashi has been getting a lot of eyes on him, and his follow-up track Coda has also been doing extremely well, so his popularity at the moment is not to be questioned. But let's leave all of that to the side for a moment. So you most likely know that apart from the attention his music has been getting, there's also something that's been getting a lot of attention that's connected to Tekashi, and that's the allegation of him raping a girl.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about this. I'm not sure when this video was put out or not, but the actual story was that he didn't rape anybody. There was an underage girl in his video. I believe he said he was 17 or 18 years old. There was an underage girl at the place that he was at, and he was trying to go viral. So he was pretty much just like recording the hype, like recording them in the living room. Not even just him and her. It was her. She was there, and there was like multiple other males who were there. But he recorded it. She went missing, and then they were like, "Oh, well, we're about to put you in jail." Da da da. He never went to jail for that. He didn't get, he's not a registered sex offender. He didn't rape the girl or anything like that. So, with things like that, when it comes to different artists and stuff like that, you just got to look into it. You can't just take a rumor and then just believe the first thing that you hear. If he was a rapist and he raped a young girl, then he would be in jail right now. And there's no doubt about that, especially because of how much buzz that he's getting right now. Like, people are always on it. You get what I'm saying? Especially the law enforcement. They're always on it. If he actually raped her, then he'd be behind bars right now.
Now, if you have no clue about this, there was a situation a couple of years ago where Tekashi 6ix9ine was hanging out with an underage girl in a house, and the allegation is that he raped her. Now, whether or not that is true, I don't know. I have absolutely no clue, so I can't judge him or the situation and talk about something I don't know. And of course, I'm not going to talk about that in this video, since that's not the point I'm trying to make here. If you really want to know about the situation, you can find a lot on the internet with just one quick Google search. But the point I'm trying to make here is Tekashi 6ix9ine's public image is associated with rape. So his public image at the moment isn't looking too good.
Yeah, you see, so he said at the moment. So he probably made this like prior to when that story first came out or whatever the case may be. But about 2 days ago on 6ix9ine's Instagram, he had put like, "Hey guys, vote for me on XXL, da da da." So he wants to do it. So somebody out that list got to get bumped.
Now, in a conversation with DJ Academics, Tekashi 6ix9ine has even mentioned how he's now getting blackballed from festivals because of his bad reputation. And we've seen in the past how XXL has held themselves back from putting people like Famous Dex on the list, if you're wondering.
And that's what I was talking about earlier as far as Famous Dex not being on the list because of what happened with the girl. But if that's the case, you know what? It's all making sense now. He probably made this prior to what is his name? NBA YoungBoy, whatever his name. He probably made this prior to whatever happened with the girl. So take out NBA YoungBoy, put fucking 6ix9ine. Also, I believe that Bad Baby should be on the list. So we're gonna take out. Who are we gonna take out from his list? I'm taking out Lil Xan and putting Bad Baby. She has a song with Lil Yachty right now, Gucci Flip Flops. She did all her songs just are very, very popular, and she only made one song that was kind of a flop, but whatever.
Why I mentioned Famous Dex and you had no clue why he wasn't on the last year's XXL cover.
As far as Cardi B, I believe Cardi B is way above XXL Freshman 2018. She should probably have her own cover of like one of their regular things. I don't know. But I'm probably gonna just end the video here. Who was the third person that they had up there and was like, oh, you're probably one? Why is my memory that bad? It was Cardi B. Oh, Lil Pump. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, I think that he's beyond it as well. The only person who really wants to do it out of the 3 people who he said should be up there, but he didn't mention, is 6ix9ine. So, but anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on everything except for, I don't have Twitter. Follow me on Instagram and follow me here at Jasmine Ray Quell, and I'll make another video soon. Peace. I need to stop doing that because my hands are ugly. I'm a baker, so I can never have my nails done. So, bye.